Hello everybody, and welcome back to some Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Now, it's been a couple days since I streamed, and the reason for that being because I am sick. I got a nasty cold a couple days ago through New Year's, so I've been having a real go of it in the last couple days, but it's okay. Now we're back, now we're here, and now we're playing our favorite video game and fighting really fun monsters, such as Cephadrome and Congalala, maybe. And if we're lucky, a Gaiadrome. Ooh, that'll be fun. Happy 2014! It's very awesome that we survived to yet another year. Good job, human race. I knew we could do it. And I haven't even showered. I haven't showered since 2024. Get it? That was an epic joke. Our first ever high rank quest, and we're getting a emergency drop at a Gaia prey field. Let's see what they say. Oh, I forgot to eat too. Oh, but it doesn't matter. We're fighting a Gaia room. But yeah, so the first stream of 2026. Let's get off with a strong foot. Let's see how much of high rank we can immediately cleave off. I'm certain we can get a good ways through. Let's go well and happy new 1784. I love 1987. I can't wait to go to a restaurant called Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria and stick my head into an animatronic skull. I'm sure there will be no consequences to this action. But yeah, I'm a little sick. Commentary is probably going to be a little more, well, what's the word? Lazy, maybe a little bit. I don't know. Did you see my messages from a couple minutes ago? Hold on, I can take a look-see. I don't think I have any bug nets or anything, but I feel like we could just... Oh my god, that voice crack was phenomenal. That'll be talked about for ages. I feel like we'll be able to just kind of siege all of high rank completely, just tearing it all up, since we already have high rank Acantor armor and weapons. Yeah, sorry guys if I am a little bit sniffly or a little bit hoarse. By any chance are you looking for a way to modify the unwrapped textures? No. So I have this model of Yakuza 3 Kiryu that I'm trying to import onto Sekiro from hit video game Sekiro, because I want to do a playthrough of that game as Kiryu. And the thing that I'm struggling with right now is I have this thing called well, I'm following this tutorial, and the thing that I'm getting stuck on right now is importing the Kiryu model onto Sekiro's in this little I'm pretty sure it's not official. It's like a modding tool called the FLVER editor. The model just will not import. That's basically my issue. I feel like at this point, like, I'm having so much trouble even halfway through the tutorial. I just feel like, yeah, I'll just play through Sekiro normally. Unless there's a break in the case, which I'll keep my eyes out for it, but yeah. Sekiro. Gonna be playing that probably sometime this week. I have so many video ideas that I want to do for this year. Oh, hello. Thank you, Lengo. You could copy and paste the models unless the code changes how the models work in game. I'm pretty sure you have to, like, specifically import the model. And every time I import the model, it just... It's a no-gore. It's a no-gore. It's a Norgore. I can't go because it doesn't know. It doesn't want to. But yeah. There's no model file. There's a model file. It's super complicated. I'll send you the tutorial that I'm following. Maybe we can, like, you know, have a little meeting of the minds. I guess mindless in our case, after stream or something. As we discuss the proper way forward, but... yeah. It's just stressful when everything that you try to do, it just doesn't work. Especially when you're trying to play a fun video game in a way that the devs did not intend. Well, on top of that, guys, I got some exciting news for my personal life. Recently bought myself a vehicle, my first vehicle that is, like, kind of completely my own. I say kinda because technically my dad bought it because we live on a farm, so he could claim the tax benefits of having a new truck. So he bought it technically. I'm going to be paying it off to him, so it'll be in my name at the end of the year. But yeah, new car. Pretty cool. Which kind of vehicular transport have you procured? I'm going to sound like a total, like, 50-year-old dad, but it's a Ford F-150 from 2014. It's pretty cool, though, honestly. I never thought I'd see myself driving a Ford, but... And the deal was good. The deal was pretty damn solid. And, wouldn't you know it, bought this on December 31st. And wouldn't you know it, the day after, turned the key, didn't fucking start. Didn't start. So I had that changed, and had the starter. My dad is, like, extremely knowledgeable on cars. It was just the starter that didn't work, so brought that into a dealership or a repair shop, and yeah, got the starter replaced. Yeah, I was stupid, idiotic weather. So, like, the day before, the 31st was like 50 degrees. The day after was like 10 degrees. So, something in the starter must have frozen or something, like if there was fluid, because of that dramatic temperature change. But yeah, we got it fixed, and the dealership, since the warranty... Since we have a warranty, the dealership will be paying for that, which means I'm pretty sure that, all in all, the dealership will be losing money on that vehicle, which good for them. So yeah, pretty fun start to 2026, all in all. Oh yeah, and I don't know if I should talk about it, actually. It's pretty good news, though. I also don't even know what the stat is. Did I just... This game has Master Skulls? Did I learn that? Master Skull. Oh, I got 6 Master Skulls. The remains of a top hunter who once let his guard down. 6 of them. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, onward to Cephadrome. A cousin of mine had his transmission in his van blow up like a month ago now, and the new transmission was about 10K. Shit's fucked. Holy shit, that's insane. The skulls are probably because of the secret area. Yeah, I believe you. That's still so weird to me that you can just legit find the skulls of your peers in the field. But this is the same game as this is the same game series as all those feline battle minigames where they're like 2D and going out to fight an Ursula. What did you do for New Year's Eve, Pig? I played Yakuza 0. Because that shit is so fucking fire. Love Yakuza 0. love Yakuza 0. And like I first got into the Yakuza series, I think, like a year ago. Maybe it was 2 years ago. I don't know. Booty Short said he doesn't know jack about Sekiro modding. Sad. That's okay. I've made my peace that we will not be playing Sekiro with Yakuza 0 or Like a Dragon Ishin's Kiryu model. And that's fine. That is perfectly fine. I can just complain about it in the video and let 11 Soulsborne fans will tell me about how much of an idiot, how easy modding is in the comments. Which will be free engagement. So I won on this deal, actually. Spent New Year watching YouTube while playing Mario Odyssey. Hell yeah. At least 2 years ago, because you were doing streams on it and you're still so obsessed with Yakuza during your first Cephadrome stream. I am busting the fattest fucking load all over this Cephadrome. Dude, it keeps falling to sleep and waking back up. Oh my god, this poor pig. Holy guacamole, guys. Look at this. He's asleep again, and now he's awoken. And now he's dead. Nope, not yet. Someone might call PETA. Yeah, and then PETA's gonna start busting their loads on him. PETA's such a fucking garbage company. Literally, how do you make a company about animal rights and do everything you can to make sure animals die? And just be, all the while being incredibly pretentious on social media and shit. I still hope you can do a playthrough of any of the Dark Souls games. That franchise has a lot of customizable builds. It's insane. It's insane. Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna really like Soulsborne games. After Sekiro, I plan to get into more. Dark Souls 2 is the one that everybody keeps talking about, so I figured I might get into it on that one, probably. The only thing that worries me is that they're infamous to stream because of the amount of backseat and build shaming from the annoying people. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm aware of the elitism in the Dark Souls community. Dark Souls 2 is literally the Monster Hunter dose of the Soul series. Why is it always the second game? So the first one was, Jank was like, alright, now I fucking hate our fans, let's make them suffer. It's perfect for you. Yeah, that Dark Souls 2 being the dose of the series is kind of like, yeah, kind of feels right for me to play. I'm sure I can handle it. I'm sure my body can take it. I once again apologize for any of my sick isms, i.e. coughing and potentially sneezing. We got Velocigrome, Daimyo, Gengrome. Dark Souls 2 is very experimental. Dark Souls 3 is... Yeah, that's kind of... Monster Hunter Dose is also kind of that. Like, I guess the second game of the series is kind of like where they start experimenting with shit to see what sticks and what doesn't. Like the PvP and the monster capturing stuff that was in Dose that was taken out. Which should come back in. I don't see who hated monster capturing in PvP. That was awesome. What am I doing here? I'm kind of... I got like a loading screen, a little loading icon going on in my brain right now. We all get sick. It means your body's playing Yakuza against an invading bacteria. So, hell yeah, it's the Yakuza Kiwami 2 Majima minigame. I'm placing all my white blood cells to beat up the evil virus. I almost said the C-word virus, which got demonetized, which gets me demonetized for no reason. Can't do that. Boinkus. I really like that my most viewed video in recent memory is the 9/11 Wyvern. I think that's very funny. They're very telling of my fan base. You know, that one brand of beer. Didn't that one brand of beer like lose stock because it was named just the exact wrong thing to be named? I will just never not associate Guren Zebra with 9/11. I can't help it. Dark Souls 1 is phenomenal. The first half, it's like a 3D. Oh. Yeah, you don't see anything, buddy. Keep walking. Keep walking. I really like that whole time he was trying to position himself correctly to jump on that dumb little ledge. It's so funny that you can have like a... Okay, new. I just cooked up a little conspiracy theory in my noodle here. I think the C-word virus was invented by a rival alcohol beer company to drive that one out of business. This is my first conspiracy theories, guys. Tell me if I'm doing a good job. The clues are all there. It's really so obvious when you really start to think about it. It's made by Bud Light after they went woke and their own stock price went down. Oh my god. What a strange species we are a part of. The linearity of Dark Souls 3 makes it easier to play through with friends, since everyone goes through the same areas without having to split up. And Dark Souls 3 is multiplayer? I had no idea about that. I knew that... I think I knew that you could, like, kill people somehow in the games. I don't really know the details, but I didn't know you could, like, play through Dark Souls with friends. That's pretty cool. There's so many anti-vaxxers that thought the virus was created in a lab owned by that beer company. All the Dark Souls games have multiplayer. Fire. Feels wrong that these guys are still alive. You can invade people's worlds. But you can also summon your friend to clear stuff. That's cool. Alright. We got one raptor down. I'm so curious as to how we as a species would evolve if we don't kill ourselves off in nuclear war or something. Oh, brain rot wouldn't become a part of our survival. How? Brain rot becoming part of our survival? What do you mean by that? I gotta watch one skibbity toilet, Italian bratwurst, whatever it is, a day to make sure my penis still works. What does that mean? Since it's New Year season, does it mean that the giant bull drone from Dose is back on the quest board? I don't know. Maybe I should... Maybe it's about time to go and revisit the Dose trenches just to see how it's going. Just to see, just to go back to my old stomping grounds. And when I say stomping grounds, I mean I'm the one that's getting stomped on. I personally am an invader. I love that for you, Captain Killen 6024. Our species lives long enough to witness long-term consequences to actions, but not long enough to act on them. Yeah. God, I love irreparably destroying the planet and then dying so that future generations can figure out the solutions to the problem I created. Me scrounging for survival in the post-apocalypse, but all I find are Labulus and anime figurines. Hey man, when you find that jar with the anime figurine in it, that's just free calories. I don't know. I don't see the problem. There's some energy. You gotta do what you gotta do in survival. Did you look up Darkest Dungeon? I did a little bit. I did a little glance over. I'm not really sure how much I would play that for content necessarily. I also didn't look very deeply because my sister was begging me to play Lego Indiana Jones at the same time. Gendrome. With a rainbow dash inside the jar be a mythic item only found in that is a legendary weapon right there. If you find that relic of the past, you are like an actual king of all the survivors. That shit, like, actually needs to be in a museum. Like the Internet Museum. As completely disgusting in every single possible way as that shit is actually historic. Like, that is an integral part of human history right there. Potentially more so than the Mona Lisa. Well, that's just me saying that. Doinkus, 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 doinkus. Doinkus. This is a Generation 4 Gendrome. This is a large dude for this game standards. Future generations would probably look back at fursuits with how we look back at ancient China with their paper dragon parades. Holy shit. Imagine seeing like a fursuit, like an OC in a museum right next to the Mona Lisa. It is Monster Hunter Fuck Ultimate. Go nice, Cephadrome. It was not nice knowing you. Oh, I missed. Doinkus, doinkus. Uh-oh. Thank you, Cephalos. Uh-oh. Owie. The Mona Lisa next to the fursuit of a serial predator from Roblox. Ow. Well, there we go. Yeah, there's... Yeah, which one? There's a lot... That does not narrow it down very much. There are... The serial predators in Roblox go together like peanut butter and jelly. I think the last time that I played Roblox was to go on like one of those cart rides into X character. And then I would like go to the end just so I could like get one of those like fly items. And then whenever someone would get close to the end, I would like use the fly thing to try and clip them off the map. Just ruining their lives. I hope that doesn't say a lot about me as a person. It probably does. Escape from Diddy Hobby. Do they only see Mai? I think they only see Mai. Alright guys, let's take... Oh my god, Mai is actually kind of cooking them right now. Oh, Mai chased off this Gendrome. That's crazy. Okay, Mai got hit. That's the first time Mai got hit. Actual insanity. Mai is too much of a gamer. Okay, Mai got hit. Got hit again. Come on, Mai. You got this. Ah. Just barely missed. Oh, here comes a horn. Oh, making herself stronger? Okay. Ow. Okay, they traded blows right there. Oh, just barely missed. Can this Cephalos actually fuck off? Ooh, almost. Almost got him, Mai. Almost, but you didn't. What? Leave? Cephalos. Please. Oh, did she lose? Oh, she sucks. Sorry for the retching. I am a little bit ill. Mai the car. Mai is just a little bitch in the end. All she's good at is throwing bombs at me. Oh, hello again, Mai. How did that Gendrome do a full lap around the entire monster hunter free? Oh my god, I'm about to die. Really? That hit me? Excuse me? That did not hit me. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. There's no way. The Gendrome is a skinny, wiry little bastard. He does not have any width to him. That did not hit me. Is Blood about to fail a Gendrome quest? Abiyarugu, if I lose this quest, I'm gonna ban you before you can follow up. I don't know what you're gonna say next, but I know without it's not gonna be good. I wanna see Mai do a 1v1 again. Could be worse, could be Iodrome. That is very true. Come on, Mai. You got this. Oh wait, Cephalos is going after Mai now. Isn't that unfortunate? Yo, wait, the bait? Mai baited out the hip check on the Cephalos? That was kind of nuts. Okay, can't really see what's going on back there. I think Mai is on the ground. Pretending to be dead. Okay, this Gendrome is running away. Cool. Oh, Mai's about to bomb. Does it hit? Nope. It never hits the monster, only hits me. Did you lose directions? Why did you go all the way over there? What was with that Gendrome? It was like, oh shit, I don't know where, I didn't know where I was going. I thought it was this way. I thought Applebee's was this way. My bad. There we go. Please tell me I can carve that Gendrome. God, I miss playing Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Freedom Unite is the best, as long as you're not fighting 99% of the cast. Man, I gotta say, I really love, I adore, even, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. But playing back through it, man, so much of the fights in this game are just absolute dog shit. I bet I can find Gendrome going this way. I just want you all to know that I haven't brushed my teeth once since February 11th, 2025. My experiment to see how the microbiome of my mouth works is nearing its end. I'm being honest, by the way. So what are the conclusions to this experiment? What information have you gleaned from this? I'll play Mario Kart 64 while your stream is overlapped over my entire screen. Baller. Well, there we go. I did not lose on a Gendrome quest. So, Abby Arugu, you were safe just this once. My conclusions so far are that I have not developed any cavities. My microbiome of my mouth is exceptionally good at being healthy. Oh, that's cool. I'm sure it probably doesn't smell that good, though. The worst part of it all is that I am a massive sweet tooth fanatic and eat lots of sweets. That is so... What is Mai doing? Mai's genuinely rage baiting the feline. Mai's genuinely rage baiting the feline. What the fuck is this cat? What the fuck is this AI companion? Look at her! She's running circles around like, you can't hit me, you can't hit me, you can't hit me! Mai is an absolute... I don't even know what to describe Mai as. She's... What a weird cat. What a weird companion. Mai is a silly little gremlin of chaos and destruction stuck on a cat body. She really is. Genuinely really is. Honest to God. Loves throwing bombs at me, and not the monster. That's the rank. Alright, who do we got next? Young old crab, Cephadrome. Yo! Let's do this one. My teeth are perfectly healthy. Can't wait till February 11th this year to get my full dentist appointment, then go back to brushing my teeth. That's interesting. So what are you concluding from this experiment? That it's okay to go without brushing your teeth? Because I mean, you're going back to brushing your teeth, obviously. But like, what facts, what info are you taking away from this? How does this, like, impact your routine moving forward? Did I get another secret area? Hopefully my drowns. I'm curious, if you are already playing Limbus Company, on which Canto are you right now? Maybe you're up to date with the story with Canto 9. I'm not playing Limbus Company right now. I'm gonna start streaming it someday, I just haven't started. I haven't gotten around to it yet. No, definitely not. Definitely not necessarily okay, because cavities are caused by a specific bacteria, which is contagious. You get it by being kissed. I guess that's why you don't have any cavities. Or inhaling it, vice versa. Also, the breath stinks unless you take tons of breath mints and stuff. Well, that explains why you have no cavity. Ooh, I think I... Ah, there he goes, that bastard. Little blue bastard. Cuckoo looks so awkward flying. That does not look like an animal that should be flying. It's so weird and disproportionate. Gonna go cry in the corner now. Hey, it's okay, man. I haven't gotten cavities since I was a kid, so... You don't gotta worry about that. Where's it? Now, the reason why I got cavities as a kid... Can't wait to cook Cuckoo into chicken wings. I like Giga Chad Cuckoo from Monster Hunter Wilds. I think my favorite part about Cuckoo from Wilds is whenever, like, the season changes and you see, like, 7 of them cruising into the map. I think it's very funny. Ever seen a video of a chicken flying? I mean, I have chickens. I've seen chickens, like... They can't fly for long distances, but, like, I've seen a chicken get spooked by, like, my dog running, and it flew... I don't know, a good long distance. I'm trying to convert this in my brain to non-freedom units, because that's probably what most of my viewers are. Actually, I think even in freedom units, I don't even know. Basically, a pretty long fucking way. They really don't like flying, because I guess their bodies just aren't really built for that kind of thing. So they can do it for short distances, if need be, but they'd rather just run. I will say I've never seen a chicken fly like this one. Oh, holy guacamole. I guess technically it was a rooster. He was a funny rooster, though. His name was Boomy, like King Boomy from Avatar: The Last Airbender, because he had funny hair. He was a thin and wiry little guy. Ouchie. Ouchie again. We all know if you drench yourself in oil and then walk into the rain. Yeah, that's what the ancient texts said anyways. I remember having like a Chromebook extension that showed me like Trollface comics. Like the birth of memes, Trollface comics kind of things, and I remember reading those and thinking they were so funny. But then I read one where a woman was talking to a guy and the guy said Jesus fucking Christ. And I thought, oh my god, he said Jesus and fucking in the same sentence. I gotta uninstall this. And I uninstalled it, and that's where the darkness began. Why is Chicken Cuckoo blue? Oh, don't you know? He saw the sleepy chicken thing from TikTok. This guy is just drenched in lots and lots of NyQuil. Boinkus. Didn't mean to wake you back up, buddy. Cuckoo? Other cuckoo, please. Just keep going. Yeah. Oh my god, that is a orange torpedo right there. Pink orange torpedo. That flies so fast. It's really hard to predict when the sleepy is gonna happen. Lucas. Boinkus. Ow. Alright, Mr. Cuckoo. I think I'm gonna go take a nap. That's so much work, though. Like, I have to walk all the way back to the camp bed, and then I gotta sleep. I don't want to do that. Come on. Okay, this is one of the situations where I don't want you to be bombing the monster, because he's just gonna get instantly angry. Okay, yes, my physical attacks. That's good. Yes. So good, let's go. No, that was the first few frames of the bomb. But she got interrupted. Thank goodness. Whoa. Where did you get here, mister? Okay. We need a Monster Hunter Battle Royale. We need a Monster Hunter Hero Shooter. All new gens will never understand the hardcore adrenaline-pumping gameplay of a supreme action shooter Battle Royale extraction shooter. Monster Hunter Diary, Poka Poka Iru Village, PSP edition. I think I just had a fucking stroke reading all of that. I really need to play Poka Poka Diary. I think that would be very funny. Good luck trying to hit the longsword. They got too much range. The Lance Mages will not stop hiding behind their dumb little shield. The Sword and Shield main just keeps spamming Perfect Rush. The Great Sword main, even though the targets are so much more mobile, they will not stop going for level 3 charge slashes. The Heavy Bowgunner and the Light Bowgunner are just spamming spread ammo. And the Hunting Horn players don't exist. Same with the main game. Gunlance is going to be blowing a fat load all over all of us. What would be the best weapon in a Monster Hunter, like actual weapon PvP? Probably the guns and longsword. Just because they're really fast. Ow. That's the one way to make hammer not S tier. Just make the opponent we're fighting humans. What about swags? I don't think so. I'm just thinking like as a swag X main. Well, maybe a 0 skill discharge where you just hop onto your friend and then fucking unload all over them. Maybe that wouldn't be so bad, but all of swag X's other kit, I don't think so. So I don't know what I'm pressing, but my HUD is gone. Like health, stamina, etc. Do you know how to fix it? Wait. Are you playing Monster Hunter for Unite? In what game? Because it'd be in options, and then, like right now, I have status display off just because I think it makes better content. But if you're just playing, then just turn status display on. Yeah, Lance might be kind of a sleeper pick, honestly. Captain Killen is right. I don't think it's going to be as good as the bow guns, but yeah. I think Lance would be a solid choice. Maybe the Lance will be like the tanks that everybody can get past, inch forwards. That way the bow gunners can't rain hell on all the longsword mains in the back. Shameless self-promo, but I made the Swax mod. Swax as a mod of a Smash Bros. Clone. It's very fun to cling on to the opponent with 0 skill discharge in the middle of the air. That sounds funny. What's a Smash Bros. Clone? The guns and lance would probably stalemate, as guns can't hurt the lance, and the lance can't chase down the guns. Yeah, that's very true. But Lance, I think Lance probably could, because Lance has like the advancing shield move. Rebels of Ether. I really need to play Rebels of Ether. I think I'm pretty good at Smash Bros. IMO. On my like first day in college, or first night in college, I've told this story before, but we played Smash Bros, and I thought it would be bad since I was playing with other people that like genuinely knew how to play. One guy even said that he like competed in tournaments with and stuff, and that shit was so fucking easy. That shit, I could genuinely like just kind of I was so much better. It's like, it's kind of, you know how when you're so much better at someone at something that you can kind of just like get playful with how you beat them? It was kind of that. Like, I down-aired the guy that competed tournaments with Ridley and spiked him. How the fuck does that even happen against a person that you need to retire right the fuck now, dude? Pake, we could test what weapons are best against each other in DOS PvP? Hell yeah. How long is the Buldrum quest in DOS for? Oh shoot. A tree blocked my view. Does Lance have the advancing shield in DOS? I think we're talking about wild combat. But you know, if we want to know what the best, we can like, DOS is the only game where we can genuinely, for real, compare how weapons fare against other hunters. I could probably get through this without needing to take another potion. And there we go. Easy. If it's wild, all Blade Masters are screwed as soon as a mouse aim gunner steps in. Yeah. All they gotta do is hop in with their spread ammo, their Wyvern Heart, and it's GG's. The Dose Cephadrome quest is gone on the 3rd of January, so today. Maybe I'll hop into Dose tomorrow and see if it's a second for me now. So maybe I'll hop in tomorrow just to see if it's still there, and if it is, then maybe I'll stream. If it's there and Rajang is also on the table, then, because I really want to, I still cling to the idea of capturing a Rajang for PvP. So this is kind of a... Oh, they're holding hands in their death. That's so quaint. And Insect Live might have the niche of chasing down ranged weapon users. You could really, like, actually kind of make something with the Monster Hunter PvP that actually sounds like it could work. In Wilds PvP, which monster would be the meta pick? Well, I know I'm picking Lagiacrus. How did I get a Lost Umbrella? It must have been in the secret area. Okay. But I know I'm picking Lagiacrus. Dude is fucking durable as hell. Okay, Congalalo. Also Cephadrome on this quest. Let's see, so we got Daimyo, that's kind of fun. Cephadrome, 2 Daimyos. Conga, Vespoid Queen. We'll save Cephadrome and Vespoid Queen for when we have a gun. Let's do Conga. You are kidding me. We got it again. Even Mai's dancing about it. Alright, well, Mai kind of showed me where the Lost Umbrella was. I hope there's a G rank version of the Umbrella of Punishment. And speaking of which... Ceregios would be a great pick. I'm still sticking with Laggy, though. I think Laggy's a good pick. Dude is tanky as all hell, and turns himself into a giant electric projectile. think we got anything really. I did a fucking Sekiro deflect right there. That was pretty cool. My bombed herself. Did you guys see that? She jumped off this, which I guess functioned as a ledge for her, and fell down as the bomb landed right on the back of her dumb cat neck. That was pretty funny. She got a taste of her own medicine. I think Gore would be a good pick. Gore would be a great pick. 70% of their HP gone. Yeah, and they also, like... Gore would also be, like, a stressful pick, because they'd be spending a lot of their time being, like, frenzied and trying to get the frenzy buff rather than the nerf. So they're probably going to be playing a little aggressive, maybe a little too hastily. And then if they see, like, you're winning, then that'll, like, make them play a little sloppier. Yeah, Gore would be a fine pick. Gore's a cool monster. I'm excited for that one day in the far future where I get to do a Monster Hunter 4 video. So that way I can talk about Gore Magala. Imagine Wild's PvP being like one of those medieval lance knights on horses, but with hunters and secrets. Like a jousting match. Secret jousting. That'd be really funny. For the expansion, they should do that. Why have we only, why has arm wrestling been the only PvP sort of mechanic that's ever... Oh. That is a big lad! That is a big pig! Look at the size of that thing. Holy. This guy is bigger than Kongalala. I kind of want to kill that Boltron because he's a gold crown. Oh my god, he's so big. He's too big, I just can't handle it. Yeah, I am utterly shocked that Shagaru was not in the base game of Wilds. I am so unbelievably shocked. Genuinely, one of the reasons why I was so befuddled, bamboozled even, when Gogmazios was announced to be the last update, well, last proper update of Monster Hunter Wilds, was because we didn't have Shagaru. I was like, what the hell? That's like 50% of what Gore is. don't like this corner that I'm in. Die. He just got down and he fell back to sleep. Oh. Oro Majima. Yeah, and once the Yakuza crossover happened in Capcom, why hasn't it happened yet? Alright, Holden is dead. Yeah, can we all just take a second to sit here and shit on how completely awful the Monster Hunter Wilds UI is? It is so bloated. There's so many menus and so many things that you can click on that you just never use. And I really noticed just how bad it was going back to World and how World did it. Like, just opening up going to the stupid bulletin board with all the quests. You just see post quest, join quest, and that's it. And online stuff, but like, just 3 things. If you go to the quest lady in Wilds, you have like 11 different options to choose from. I didn't even know you couldn't give items to other hunters anymore. I can't believe they could screw it up so badly after Rise did it well. Wilds just has so many weird problems. Alright, Mr. Conga. Give me one moment. This is how straight men with no pronouns in their bio sleep every night. Doinkus, doink, doink, doink. Yo, Mai actually canceled my attack so I could get back to fighting. That is so baller. Thank you, Mai. Even in Rise, you could do several story quests without having to do several connection hops or SOS flare. Yeah, it's... They can just simplify it. They can have, like, as many options as there are, which most of which are never going to be used anyways. But just, like, put them in smaller little menus. As soon as I press the pause button, I don't want to be greeted by 15 different ancient words that I've never seen before in some foreign language. Yeah, as Wild's gotten worse with connection, by the way, because I feel like recently I've been getting disconnected a lot more than, like, just a couple months ago. I feel a lot of the Wild's endgame is strange because Gore, Mizu, and Ceregios were all in Rise. I felt like corners were cut adding them in. I never thought about that, but I might be onto something there. Granted, I feel like I'm legally obliged to never be able to complain about Wild's roster because they finally got laggy in. But even that, they only did it by the skin of their teeth because it had to come like 2 updates after the game was dropped. I use cable. I also use an Ethernet cable. Both Laggy and Sergio were meant to be Bath. I thought that was just Laggy. If it's both, man. So you're telling me we could have they could have like squeezed out one more title update monster? I'm surprised we're not getting Blue Rathalos. Yeah, that's my favorite monster right there. Blue Rathalos. So I think we all know that Wild sold like tremendously well on the first week, but what happened after the first week? How many sales did they crack? So if there's anything to go off of by the reviews of the game, I can't imagine too many more. That tremendous success did not last. Wild's is selling worse than Rise and World. That's sad. Like, it kind of makes sense because everybody has, like, big problems with the game, but that's still kind of sad. Like, you don't want to see... It's kind of like watching your misbehaving child get beaten over the head with the crowbar. It's like, eh. By a lot as well. It's not even close, really. Wilds isn't even bad at all. Yeah, I mean, it sold 8 million in the first couple days of its release. I don't think... It's just... It could have been more, I guess. It could have been... I've been saying this forever. I don't want to keep repeating myself, but... Yeah, Wilds is... I wanted to fall in love with it the same way I did just about every other Monster Hunter game that exists, but there's just some things that are slightly off. Hello, Carl the Tigrex / Tigrex. 10.7 million by late October. Yeesh! Didn't World have like 14 million by like the end of the year? It's not sad, it's deserved, and it might be the only way for Crapcom. I hope the expansion pulls the craziest comeback arc of all time. Game wasn't even out for a year yet and rushed all the title updates. Yeah, I'm just thinking like back on World, they were still updating the game after a year of the game being out. Now what? Arch-Tempered Arkveld is the last thing, and it comes out this month, I think? Still waiting for that Berserk collab. Yo, Carl the Tigrex is waiting for the Berserk collab. I'm waiting for the Yakuza collab. And Wilds would be a fixed game if I had those things. For real. I'm new here. I've recently been watching your videos on just random stuff about Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. Do you by chance have any useful tips for a new player to Monster Hunter Freedom Unite? I have played the mainline titles since World, including Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate, Rise, and currently Wilds. Tips for Freedom Unite specifically. Let me think. I'd say, if you're wanting like a gameplay tip, a lot of the monsters in this game aren't very fun. So find yourself a noble woman's umbrella that is lost in these barrels in this area over here. So that way you can make the pink parasol or the Sakura parasol, which will help you out greatly for things like Cephadrome and Plesioth and other stuff like that. Yo, MP Booster Axel, it's been a while since I've seen you in here. I hope you've been having a good go of it. I wonder if I can find the lost umbrella in this barrel pile in high rank. Mai's got me. Thank you, Mai. What are you doing here? How did that guy get there? Yeah, it's been a 2025. I feel like at the start of 25. Oh, hello, Conga. Myself and a lot of people around me were like, y'all know the Squid Game meme where like Gi-yoon is like taking a picture and he's looking all happy and excited and optimistic about the games that he's about to play, and then in season 2 it's that same picture but now he's serious and angry about to go into it. It's like that 2025 was the opportunistic I was the first season Gi-yoon, and 2026 kind of feels like the second one. I'll make sure to take a look for it when I get there. Hell yeah. Also, make Blanganga armor Blade Master when you come to a monster called Shen Ngaran. It'll be very useful. The tremor resistance, very useful. Guardian Pink Raytheon, Guardian Kezu. Everybody type in your favorite Guardian monster OC. I genuinely thought that every single, so Wilds' thing, I thought Wilds' thing would be the Guardians. Like, I thought every single title update was gonna bring with it, like, a Guardian monster or something. Like, I thought we were gonna get Guardian Mizutsune and Guardian Laggy for us, but no, they went like 5 paces with the Guardians, and we're like, let's go back to making Monster Hunter game. Wait, Guardian Giginox? Okay, that would actually be so hype. Yeah, Guardians were kind of just, they could have done more. Just all of Wild is like, what could have been. The skeleton of a good game and a good Monster Hunter game was there, but it's just kind of, they didn't stick the landing, I guess. Maybe if Wild sold more, they would have added more Guardians, but they just panicked and added the big games. Maybe that's why there's so much paid DLC. I'm glad that at least all the paid DLC is just cosmetic and they didn't just start hiding, I don't know, tempered, frenzied, arch-tempered Yankaku behind a paywall. Oh, there we go. Finally. I can't believe that was probably the most fun monster of this rank. No, I guess I shouldn't speak before we fight the big old crab. Frenzy monsters. I wish that frenzies replaced tempereds. I thought the tempered system was fine in World, but it could have very well stayed in World. I think Frenzy is, out of all of them, my favorite system, out of Hyper and Tempered and whatnot. The Frenzy, and yeah, there were no tempered frenzied monsters as well. There were like 3 monsters in that game that could become tempered, and the scariest one was Blanganga. It's just Wilds just had the stuff present, and they just didn't go for it. They just couldn't stick the landing. They made it to like they got out between 2nd and 3rd base. We are finding so many umbrellas. These noble women really need to keep their eye on their things. I feel a little bit ill. In case any of you new viewers are wondering why I sound so nasally. But do we want all the higher level monsters to inflict frenzy? I'm just thinking of of 4 Ultimate versus World. I think I prefer the frenzy monsters of 4 Ultimate as opposed to the tempered monsters of World, because like if you don't have tempered monsters, then that's like a good enough excuse to make the base monster stronger. That's kind of how I see it. And then if you do want that challenge, then just slap a frenzy on top. Okay, I think we're out here to grab this thing. Now that's pretty funny. Was it a mechanic where you can't tell it's frenzied until they get back up after seemingly dying? Yeah. Yeah, they took that out too, didn't they? Yeah, it's just wilds. Just wilds. What could have been? Again, it's not like things that they didn't do entire necessarily. It's that they didn't really. I think Fenny said it earlier. Like they had so many systems in place. There's so much, I guess, bloat, and the game just didn't really pick one direction to really excel in. Which it very well could have. Very well could have. What monster gives you the really fluffy armor set in the PS4 one? The fluffy armor set. Fluffy. Fluffy wuffy. Hua hua. Maybe Tobi Kadachi or Banbaro? Maybe? Paolumu? Oh, it's Paolumu. Yeah, A-Dub is right. The answer is Paolumu. Yeah, not committing to a single system and trying to do everything at the same time poorly. Yeah. Sometimes less is more. That's what I'm saying. Less can be more. Sometimes if you want to excel in one thing, you gotta cut out something that, you know, you may have imprinted yourself on, but, you know, if you cut it out, that gives you more time and resources to focus on the one thing that's really gonna make what you're making shine. Going from Wilds back to Monster Hunter 1, it feels so different too. I wish Wilds wasn't so streamlined, low-key. Yeah, yeah, it's also a thing where it feels like the spirit of Monster Hunter is kind of being eroded in favor of appealing to as many people as possible. Which obviously, if the game sales are indicative of anything, probably hasn't been the best choice. You make Lumo armor pink. Maybe? I'm not really sure. Also, just me who noticed the amount of power creep in Wilds. We used to be able to do max 300 damage per file with Charge Blade, full thingy, but now you can do more than 1,000 per file. Really? That's insane. Like, I noticed, like, just playing Wilds, kinda, like, if I'm playing Charge Blade, then I'll see a lot of big damage numbers, the lowest of which being, like, 70. I'm thinking, wow, Hunters do a lot of damage in this game. But, like, also the monsters don't die. The monsters in Wilds just have a lot of health, especially towards the end. I think the spike at the end with Monster Hunter difficulty and Monster Hunter health is extremely drastic. Because I remember one of my biggest complaints with Wilds, the base game, the game is based. The base game, monsters died so fast. Granted, I was also playing DOS at the same time, and most of those quests went to fucking 45 minutes. And most of the time I didn't even win the quest. But I cannot explain my disappointment when I was fighting Uthduna, the first, like, apex monster of the ecosystem. And it died in like 7 minutes. I was holding back so hard because I was scared that it was gonna die really fast. But even then, it died in like 7 minutes. Like, holy fuck. How does that happen? It was so depressing because I wanted the fight to be fun. Like, the combat was fun, and it just kept being not hard until like super later in the game, and then they released like 9-star monsters, and it was like, all right, now the game's hard, and now the fights actually last a little while. It's like, I don't know. I wanted the journey through the game to be a little more difficult, at least. I mean, that is true. Uthduna did kind of get fucking folded like laundry by Arkveld. But still, that's no excuse. He should stop being a little bitch. I always think it's funny when Daimyo misses his thrust attack and just leaves without even coming back up to the surface. But I don't want to continue ragging on Wilds all stream. I think as a video game, a purely video game standpoint, that game is fine. As a Monster Hunter game, it falls short, but overall, I think I had a good experience more than a bad experience. I don't really hate anything in that game besides the fucking Hunter Symbol 3. As a person that tries to play... Okay, you know what? I just said we don't have to keep ragging on Monster Hunter Wilds, but fuck it. Fuck Monster Hunter Wilds for its Hunter Symbol 3s. As a person that wants to main every single weapon, they make it so intentionally hard to main every single weapon. When the Hunter Symbol 3s... You need 5 Hunter Symbol 3s to fully upgrade a piece of armor, or a piece of weapon. What the fuck am I trying to say? A piece of weaponry to its fullest potential. Well, usually. Sometimes they're Hunter Symbol 2s, Hunter Symbol 1s, which I also don't like. But to make this armor, you need 5. And if I go and, like, fight an 8-star Lagiacrus, if I'm lucky, I can get 2 Hunter Symbol 3s. If I open up Wilds, last time I checked, I need 235 Hunter Symbol 3s just so I can play the game the way I want to. They're, like, actually dissuading you. The Hunter Symbol 3s actively dissuade people from branching out and making different weapons, and I think that is stupid. That is genuinely so dumb. I do not like it. I do not like it at all. Can't confirm whether you can make Lumu armor pink or not, so Guardian Paolumu is my OC now, and super pink and adorable, and a friend that is very wholesome. That's how we fix Monster Hunter Wilds. Take out Hunter Symbols and make Guardian Paolumu. That would be epic. Just use Arshan weapons. And another thing! Arshan weapons are boring! I don't like Arshan weapons. Like, everybody hated Arshan weapons, and they were like, okay, well, we're buffing them. There feels to be like such a disconnect between the fans and the developers of Wilds. And like sometimes they did increase the difficulty of 9 stars, which I appreciate. But everything else is just like, why Hunter Symbol 3? Why do you want people so badly to use the Arshan weapons that all look the same? It's just sad. It's just sad. Monster Hunter Wilds makes me sad. Yes. Yes, having the Arshan weapons and now GOG upgrades defeat the purpose of almost any other weapon. Why in the fresh hell even have Lagiacrus hunting horn if I can just make it an electric Arshan hunting horn and then further buff it with Gogmazios? Okay, I do like that Arshan eventually became Gogmazios. But still, I just miss the old weapon system, I guess. Wilds is the new one with the blonde mechanic hunter's guide. That's the Little Miss Forge. But yeah, that has her. But they keep being the horny bait for every festival. For some reason, which feels really weird because the last time we saw her in the game, she was like 12. Why would I bother farming all these monsters for all these weapons for other elements when I could make the same weapon 5 times and nothing be different about it exactly? And also, it's just completely meta, and there's no reason to make other weapons because just the Arshan is just so much better. Yeah, Gemma. Yeah, Gemma was Little Miss Forge in Monster Hunter 4. At least I'm like 99% certain of that. What I don't like about Arshan weapons is we got them too early later on in high rank. I think if I were John Capcom, John Monster Hunter, if I were the devs of that game, I would take out Arshan weapons and just keep in the Gogmazios weapon endgame that they have. Because I'm fine with... Because you only fight Gogmazios like way at the end. I'm pretty sure he only unlocks at Hunter Rank 100, so like you have your time to get up these really cool weapons. You can make your Ceregios Charge Blade and your Lagicrus Hunting Horn instead of just whoring yourself out to Arshans immediately. That's what I would do. Anyways, make Doji true. Don't tell me that's a Monoblos heart. What? You are... You guys do not understand. I was grinding this so much. I was grinding this so... Alright, we got a Monoblos heart. That's pretty cool. I'm assuming this is a rare drop. Oh, MP booster Axel. Let me show you something. Let me show you a little something here. Alright, so... Ignore the question marks on this page. I don't know why they show up. That 54 you see in underneath number hunted, that's Daimyo Hermitors. I needed Monoblos hearts, I think, to complete this armor set, or maybe it was the gunner armor set. I hunted 54. Or I hunted, I guess before this, 52 Daimyo Hermitors just for a Monoblos heart. And after, on the 50th one, I got the Monoblos heart. I mean, I also hunted at least like 15 to 20 Monoblos. So I was grinding Monoblos forever to get that Monoblos heart. And now the game is just like, here you go. That is so awesome. Anyways. What do we got here? Oh. That's cool. Low as fuck drop rates. Yeah, exactly. And then the second I get it, it's like, you can have another. You don't need it anymore. Here you go. Stupid. If it helps, I once killed 75 Valhazoks for one fang. You cannot be serious. What? How is that possible? You'll be able to initiate level 7 quest. Good luck. Okay, ma'am. What is the other quest? We might actually... What time is it? How long have I been streaming for? Oh, we are probably gonna finish all of HR 6 this stream. That's pretty cool. No time to waste. Let's go right into next Daimyo. Yeah, I am indeed playing Frontier. Well, I have. If you look at the last Frontier video I made, is called the 9/11 Wyvern. for no reason in particular. My favorite Monster Hunter game is the one Pig loves because he's the only friend. Hell yeah. And I just like the pretty girls and monsters. Hell yeah. I like all the Monster Hunter games. I know I just ragged on Monster Hunter Wilds for like pretty much... How long is this stream? Like an hour and a half? An hour, 35 minutes, and 37 seconds. But I still like the game. I still think it's fine. I love every Monster Hunter game. Even DOS. Even though I made it. Ignore the 3.5 hours of YouTube, long-form YouTube videos where I explain how fucking annoying it is. You called off work just because you wanted to beat up Valhazak and break his stupid head. That is actually crazy. I don't think I've ever heard of bad luck quite like that. 75 Valhazaks for a Fang. Yeah, I really love that DOS is like my first real Monster Hunter content on YouTube. For that, it'll always have a special place in my heart. If I remember correctly, DOS was like... I was kind of in, like, indie horror hell. So I thought, like, all I could do was make a... If I wanted to stay afloat as a YouTuber and stay relevant, then I have to make videos about, like, indie horror games. Specifically mascot horror, like, made for babies. And, then, like, the Poppy Playtime video I did that... Yeah. Took me a really long time to make, flopped miserably, and I was like, alright, fuck it, I'm making a video on Monster Hunter DOS. And that went on to be like one of my best performing videos. So I was like, fuck yeah, no more indie horror. I'll probably do some kind of indie horror video recently. It just feels nice not being like feeling like I'm tethered to it. The beta Lumu armor is kind of pink. That's baller. Now you are trapped in early Monster Hunter hell. Heck yeah. I can live with this hell. I can survive with this, and Project Moon. I can live with that, too. Actually, Project Moon doesn't really have a lot more content for me to cover after Ruina. I guess Limbus, but you know, Limbus isn't done yet. I thought I had the schnicest perfect roll of all time, but I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb and stupid. My call off phone call was, I need this Valhazak Fang. I've been at it for 7 hours. I'm not coming in. Don't call me back. I will crash out. So help me God. I think my worst desire sensor thing was in Monster Hunter World, where I wanted a Kultaroth Golden Glibstone, which is the rare drop of Kultaroth. This was when Kultaroth just came out. Or around the time when Kultaroth just came out, and like everybody was... Monster Hunter World was basically Kultaroth Hunter World. And I could not... Since Kulv wasn't out for very long, you weren't allowed to... They didn't know... They forbade you to meld the Golden Glibstone, so I had to like get it naturally. I was at it for like actually weeks. I could only play at my grandma's since my grandma had Wi-Fi. I couldn't fight, and the Xbox One, so I couldn't fight it like at home. So every chance I got, I would just like have to beg my parents to let me go to grandma's so I could fight, just continually fight Kultroth and continually get nothing until eventually I finally got the golden glintstone, and then melding the decor, and then the game decided, you know what? Yeah, you can meld it now. It's okay. Yeah, the Souls series. I think my current content calendar right now is Freedom Unite, obviously, Frontier. Okay. Well, geez. Time was like, I didn't hear no fucking bell. Get back here. Give me 1 second. Freedom Unite, Frontier, maybe a follow-up dose video where I capture a Rajang and then bully Abiarugu with it in dose PvP. It's a hero. Instead of Cove World, now it's Gog Wilds. Yeah, the War-Torn Dragon Gem. That's a new thing, but I don't think they're gonna allow us to meld decoration or meld gems in Wilds. Dose G confirmed. Trailer just dropped. What? Abiarugu, you need to get back on your schizo medication. Lucas. Hoo-ha! I'm gonna start calling that the hoo-ha. Hoo-ha! Hoo-ha! Thank you, Granny Vegetable. The Poopy Playtime video was also made at a time where that game was at possibly its least popular, and people were hating on it for trying too hard. The devs being assholes, etc. Poppy Playtime video shouldn't dissuade you from making more mascot horror genre videos just because it didn't do as well. Most people at the time just didn't like the series, and it was hated. Yeah. I still think that was a good video. It's just, I don't know, it kind of feels like disingenuous. That I like that I got bombed in the end screen. Like I made the Lobotomy Corporation video because it was fun and I genuinely liked Lobotomy Corporation. Same with Dose, same with Library of Ruina and other things. I guess I just haven't found a real modern recent mascot horror game that really tickles that bone of this is gonna be fun to research and make a video on, and you know, because yeah, that Poppy Playtime was also kind of like a turning point in what I was kind of having like a crisis of like, man, this is just not fun. I'm not enjoying making content. I don't feel proud of myself. And, you know, after Dose, I was like, oh shit, this is kind of the sauce. I feel great. And having made videos, I can now say I'm making videos that I'm like genuinely proud of having made. Current Pig channel status is video games that are very painful for the gen. That better not be another Monoblow's Heart. That better not be another Monoblow's Heart. I swear to God. I swear to God. That is not another Okay. Okay. Good. I'm glad. So what was I talking about? God. Okay, that would have been so funny if that was a Monoblow's Heart, though. almost got too lucky. Oh yeah. Hello, Shadow X Reaper. God, that was... what were the odds of that being a Monoblow's Heart? Like, it's already a 1% drop rate. Enjoying the videos. Yeah. If you take me in moments like even now, I'm like, I guess recording and editing are kind of somewhat miserable. I think miserable is way too strong of a word. I guess not very exciting is a much better descriptor of it. But you know, I think what matters to me when it comes to content creation is not the journey so much, but like the end product of seeing the completed video come together, and like being able to watch through it and knowing that, yeah, this is what I mean. This is kind of like my style. This is my DNA as a content creator. This is my humor. I don't feel like I'm having to like look at other content creators to make my content. This is all just 100% me. And that's kind of what my older pre-Poppy Playtime content was just like looking at more popular guys, and like it aided me up until that point, because like, you know, if you're an artist, you have to you don't necessarily have a style. Like when you're not good, you do have to emulate other people's style until you just kind of naturally develop your own. And I think Poppy Playtime was the turning point where I was like, all right, I don't think I need to do this anymore. I'm not having fun. This does not make me happy. That was like, I guess my body naturally telling me that this is unnatural at this point. You can do better now. And yeah, I think following that, I made more things that were more in tune with what my heart wanted, and everything worked out. Everything worked out. And now, speaking of having fun making content, here we're gonna fight a Cephadrome, which is the pinnacle of having fun. You know, the Monster Hunter races feel relatively small when there's a good gazillion monsters. Yeah, that's true. There's like feline, there's Wyverian. Those are like the humanoid races. I guess there's like Shakalakas, Gajalakas, Grimalkines. Still a lot more big guys. I'm heading out. It's time to start rolling my Monster Hunter ball. Good luck with the hunts. Thank you so much, Deathstroke. You probably left already, but have a good one. I'm a pig humor enjoyer. Hell yeah. You should try out Stalker Anomaly. Yeah? I mean, I'll take a little look-see at it after stream. One thing I really enjoy about your content, Pig, is that it's purely authentic. I rewatch them sometimes because there's nothing else like them. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think it also helps, like, not having someone else edit for you, even though it is hard on me to edit everything myself. I think everything does feel, once everything is done, it feels very, very me. It has my humor, it has my very DNA in it. Yeah. Stream is getting too wholesome. Time to close up shop. Alright guys, let's joke about 9/11 again. I forgot to bring sonic bombs. Oh no! Well, it's okay. This is, speaking, we want, I didn't forget Sonic Bombs. We just want the authentic Cephadrome experience. Which is, I guess we can do this. Whoa. This is not your average Cephadrome. He's actually choosing to engage with us. That's unbelievable. You also have a very specific way of talking that's very satisfying to listen to. I never really thought about how I talk. I don't know how I talk. That's how I talk as a person that never really talks or interacts with anybody. So once again, completely everything over here is homegrown, completely self-developed from nothing. In fact, that's kind of just everything I am, honestly. Kind of just doing my best with coming from very little. Tell everyone about the people with the personal touches. Oh yeah, personal touches. I think Commander Noob is referring to like the one time that like one of the times that I tried to get an editor for like, I can't remember what video it was for. I think it was like pre-Dose days, where I was like trying to get someone else to edit for me. Or I was like, back when I like had no idea what I'm talking about or doing. I wish I had like a YouTube mentor or something. But for the most part, my YouTube career has just been me kind of feeling my way around, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. And I had like there's this website called YT Jobs, YouTube Jobs. And its function is like for editors, thumbnail artists, and stuff, and like YouTubers to be able to meet up or like link up so they can do work. And I submitted like paid $100, submitted my application to ask for somebody to edit for I think the Poppy Playtime video, where I was like halfway done. I was like, I don't want to do this shit anymore. And so many people were like, hey, I've never opened up Premiere Pro ever before, but you know what? I have my personal touch that I'll put into it. And every single time I read that, I was like, bro, I don't want your personal touch in this shit, dog. That's not what I'm looking for here. LinkedIn for YouTube, basically, yeah. What's a Trovarian? But yeah. First of all, very weird that I was on that side of the, like the job interview kind of thing. I guess it's more of a commission style project, but Trovarians are the guys from Hearth. Ah. Why don't we get any more things like that? I liked Hearth Village. Cephadrome is great for commentary because he doesn't fucking do anything. Peka's become the HR we all hate. And it's really weird being in this position that I'm in. It's like, first of all, not a single fucking skill in my entire lifetime has taught me to, like, video edit or review, like, job applications or whatnot. Maybe not job applications, but, like, commission applications. I never expected I'd be on the side of a interviewer, but, you know, I've interviewed people like the developers of Slay the Princess, for example. It's just weird. Being a YouTuber requires, like, so many weird things, like, skills that you need from various different parts of life. And I don't know. It's just weird. It's not You never expect what's gonna happen when you're a YouTuber, I guess. Like, even me with all my planning, I really don't know what 2026 is gonna entail for content. Especially since my style of video involves playing some of the hardest, most annoying games imaginable. Monster Hunter could really just go nuts with native races and just didn't from the looks of it. Yeah. Yeah, I feel it definitely could. Like wilds. God damn it, we're bringing up wilds in a negative way again. But wilds, everybody there is human. Everybody in the Forbidden Lands, aside from actually, Suja has weird Wiberian people that are super tall. So you know what, wilds, you get a firm handshake and a pat on the nuts. Good on you, wilds. You actually did good today. Oink. Living coconuts. True. One of the most useful skills for YouTube, funnily enough, is marketing knowledge. Marketing knowledge. Do I have marketing knowledge? I mean, that 100% helps. I'd probably be doing a lot better if I knew marketing. Doing YouTube is a gamble. Yeah. YouTube is like a slot machine. Bro, I love gambling too. That's why I'm a YouTuber. I love basing my ability to pay rent in the following month on whether people are watching my videos online. Where I talk about Gurren Zeberud hitting the Twin Towers on September of 2001. September 11th. Did you see that stupid idiot flinch midair and land on his stupid ballsack? Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Hello, ladyfish. Better late than never. I do appreciate while it's having monster variety. Spiders, squid beasts, and wyverns, unlike World, which is wyverns and Rajang. Yeah. Wyverns and Rajang. That is all World is. Yeah, Wild's got the Monster Hunter variety good. Especially since they made cephalopods. That is actually like S tier monster. Would love to see more cephalopods. They need to make a subspecies of Xuwu that's Elder Dragon level, because that dude is so fucking cool to be like a tier 2 monster. Below Apex. That is unbelievable. Why? He should be like the top dog of his place, wherever it is. Ruins of Iberia. I had a raw clove of garlic at my coworker's advice. It was something. I love raw garlic. Wait a second. Is Little Miss Forge / Gemma Gemward a Trovarian? I never even thought about that. Because, like, her father is the big fat man with the big funny nose and facial hair, but she's just a lady. It's really good for when you're sick, apparently, but no, everything I perceive is good. Or, like, yeah. I know what you need. A really big salad made of pepper and cucumbers and honey and garlic and ginger. Very important. She's not a Trobarian, she's a woman. How could I forget such a thing? It was that obvious. Bonkus. I'd have to guess that Gemma was just adopted because she does not take her after her papa in any way. That'd be funny if female Trobarians had really bushy facial hair. How is this guy still alive? Well, only 10 minutes have passed in the Cephadrome fight. That means we are a tenth of the way through this hunt. Alright, I don't know which way he's going. Why isn't the monster just stalling you underground? Well, you know, that is a good question. I think only Abiarugu's Shogun Sianatar knows the answer to that question. Yeah, you trained him well. He's a bastard. He takes after his father. Alright, how do we want to wake this guy out? Mike, can you stop looking at me with them big old feline eyes? It's really creeping me out. The conflict of Monster Hunter isn't humans versus monsters. It's intelligent races trying to survive in a world clearly not made for them. It evolved and persevered despite that. 100% true. Along with finding the beauty in the monstrous and learning to coexist with nature, that is... you're spot on. Once people learned to hit monsters with stick monster die, they started doing it way better. Oh yeah, once they crafted a bow and learned that arrows are an infinite resource, it became way easier. There we go. And the subplot is how well does this fish look as boots? Yeah, that's Monster Hunter, alright. I hope the expansion expands more on what the hell Wilk is. Yeah. The blood of an Elder Dragon would be cool. I think it's like some kind of magical fuel source that kind of just does everything from growing new monsters to powering the dragon torch, whatever the fuck that is. It's dragon okay, Abby Rugu. That's enough out of you. Everything is garlic, please help. Should I learn how to hunting horn? I'm kind of bored with greatsword and horn seems pretty... Hell yeah! Which game are you in? So the hunting horn is fucking awesome. How many blades do I have as hunting horn in this game? 68? That's my second most used weapon. Right behind light bow gun, obviously. Wilds. Hell yeah. Hunting horn. Okay, Wilds hunting horn is the best. I love Wilds hunting horn. You know what, I gotta go. We spent like 2 hours of the stream dissing Wilds. I think I'm gonna glaze the fuck out of Wilds because they finally figured out how to make hunting horn not feel weird and under or overtuned. Love Wilds hunting horn so much. Genuinely so fun. Not only is it fun, but it also doesn't suck. 100% go hunting horn. Every other game, it's kind of a mixed taste. Like it's an acquired taste, but Wilds hunting horn, so good. So tasty. Okay, we got a queen. Wilk makes constructs, not the other way around. Doesn't it... Wilk is kind of like a magical fluid. Doesn't it, like, also power up the dragon breaker and... What else does it do? It, like, powers the dragon torch and it does a lot of things. Alright, everybody, so our opponent today is the Vespoid Queen. To get her to spawn... Hold on. We're gonna cause that Vespoid to land on the skybox down there. Stupid. Hey, you can't lay down there. That's not possible. Stupid. This game is bad. It's like a highly potent car battery. There's a theory that the lightning storms in the Woodburn Plains is an anti-monster thing. And then they just evolved around it. That's an interesting theory. I like Mr. Radar. I like Radar. Yeah, again with Wild glazing. The monsters are just good. I love Raidao and Nudra, Nuthuna, and Zulu. Baller monsters. Monster Hunter, fuck you, man. MHFU. Pig Bake is a baddie. You got that fucking right. 100%. Yeah. I think Monster Hunter just... I don't think they can fail monster designs. I don't think there's a single monster in this series that I don't think can't like look at and be like, okay, but it's kind of cool. Like Rise, I think Rise over and all might be my least favorite entry in the game. No, maybe I should replay it recently so I can update my opinions, but Rise overall, probably my least favorite, and that's not to say I hate it. But damn, Rise's monsters are top tier. Like Goss Harig, whatever he is. Baller guy. Rise has Goss. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's so cool. That's like one of the best monsters, period. He is so cool. I think Fatalis' role in the ecosystem is to be a great balancer that will destroy anything that grows too big for its own boots. Shred or Viveria. Yeah. That sounds about right. I know, the Goss menacing walk when you're subdued, it's so good. If I go quiet, I've fallen asleep again. Sleep tight, ladyfish, if you do. But yeah, Goss. I think my least favorite monster in Rise is unironically Magnamalo. I think he's a little... Magnamalo's a little bit extra for me. I think all of his moves are kind of taken from other monsters. Like, he has Valstrax's Dive Bomb. He has Zinogre's Big Claw Slams. He has... His also, his design is kind of very reminiscent of Zinogre. Magnamalo is really cool. Like, I'm not saying he's not cool. I'm saying that a lot of his things are reminiscent, like, way too reminiscent of other monsters for me to really gel with him very well. Like, he has, you're telling me this fanged beast with a really beefy upper body and skinny lower body has this second powered up state that, you know, once he's all powered up, he starts emanating this light, and when he's emanating this light, all the spiky parts on his body stand up. That kind of sounds like a certain blue dog that I know. Also, he has Hellfire Blight, which is like Blast Blight, but pink. I don't know. I think overall my least favorite Rise monster is Magnamalo, which isn't to say I dislike him. He's just not. He's just the one that I like the least is all. Also, he's a tiger. Why are his eyes so subdued? And tiger's eyes are like... There's a fucking song about tiger's eyes. You're done playing Mario Kart 64. Did you win or did you lose? Are you a big fat loser? Did you lose? I bet you lost to Peach, didn't you? Big fat loser. Peach could fucking get it. Focus. I was doing ghost runs. Rainbow Road. Yo, damn! Nature always finds a way, so I think that's a solid theory. Chernobyl, though, although technically not a similar example to Windward Plains theory, is a very good example of nature evolving to changes. Yeah. The worst part about Magnamalo is that his hunting strategy is just waiting for his prey to choose fight over flight. I don't really know a lot about Magnamalo. Tell Maya I love her. I don't think she cares. I don't think this cat can feel love. Not after her 8th divorce. Trying to see if I can get a world record. Yo, that's crazy. Scored Magnamalo is just Magnamalo with incel rage, and that's very funny to me. Really? Oh, finally a monster that understands me. Alright, I don't know how many best boys we've killed so far, but man, does it feel like a lot. Don't we have to kill like 50 of them? What the fuck was that, Mai? Again, who are you aiming for? Not the monster. This cat genuinely sometimes only targets me. His horn was destroyed and none of the ladies wanted him, so he went beast. Okay, I don't want to go back to it, but going back to Magnamalo being super reminiscent of other monsters, is that not just Bloodbath Diablos' whole thing? I didn't even know that was... I didn't even know Scorned Magnamalo. That was his gimmick, but damn. Also, by the way, a Queen Vespoid, everybody, say hello. That is... This is the Terraria monster, yes. I literally thought your camera was just zoomed in on a normal Vespoid. That's because you're not very smart, ladyfish. You're big dummy. A big dummy, I mean. Orcus. Orcus. That Vespoid Queen has barely any moves because the 3D model is pretty good. Yeah, I like the shininess of the wings. I think it's really cool. It looks like a star. Imagine if Terraria bosses had variants. Oh. Listen, I know I made a big stink about wanting Lagicrus back, but I think what the people really need is Queen Vespoid. You see the way she pumped out that fluid? That was pretty erotic. Orcus? Orcus? We need more of that in Modern Monster Hunter. And please have Gemma put some fucking clothes on. It's so weird. Yeah. Imagine a Monster Hunter like game made in the Helldivers engine. I've never played Helldivers before, so I wouldn't know. Oh yeah, for sure. Everybody loves Queen Vespoid. You know, I'll be the first one in history to say it. First one in history. Monster Hunter doesn't need any monsters. It just needs Queen Vespoid. I know that's a little controversial to say, but it's true. This is the best monster. Monsters don't need 50 moves in 3 phases. The monster just needs 2 moves, and it needs to slowly move around the arena and occasionally thrust its pelvis at me. That's the mark of a good monster right there. I wonder how much extra money giving Gemma Gunnar costume, outfits, cosmetic costumes I wonder how much money selling those is made. Capcom. Stop talking about Queen Vespoid thrusting her hole at you. No. I will not do that. That's what society wants me to do. I'm not gonna bend to society's will. I'm just like Neo from the Matrix, actually. I watched the Matrix for the first time. I don't remember when, actually. I know I was visiting my girlfriend when I did that. And I was like, yo, he's so me. I'm so escaping the Matrix. Ow. A Guardian Paluma monster. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That'll be the mods. That game is gonna have only Queen Vespoid, and then the only friendly NPC is Guardian Paluma. That's really pink, and there will be characters in that game, but if they're women, then they will attack you because you're an incel. Incel Hunter World. That'd actually be a fire game. I'd play Incel Hunter World. It's gonna be one of those artsy-fartsy, very deep games. It's gonna be very deep. You're gonna kill all the incels, and then the last quest is a cutscene where you turn the gun on yourself because you also get no pussy. So it's like, damn. I was the incel all along. And now my queen is dead, so I will also die in real life. We need an incel Rathalos subspecies. I think I made a Nova Cream in 31, and Rathalos does have an incel subspecies, and it's Azure Rathalos. That brought back, you don't even know how many memories that brought back of me and Lil Brova Cream 31 on our world playthrough. We made so many jokes about Azure Rathalos being an incel. And like Pink Raytheon just being ran through, like Azure Rathalos is a cuck, and every single night like Basilweeze comes and just absolutely explodes Pink Raytheon's pussy on the nightly, and he hides in the closet, and also me and Nova Cream are in there watching him, scared. And then there's also Double Joe, and then we get eaten alive, and it's a sad ending. And Incel Hunter World is really coming together. I need to write these things down, in case I want to make a game. Double Joe's in there waiting his turn. Epstein estate found to have purchased ancient island inhabited by monsters. How much left? Hey, just 3 gathering quests? Wow, that was... You're making such good headway into high rank. I might even do a little bit of the next rank. Actually, no. La Shenlong is going to take 30 minutes. Never mind. Scorned Magnamalo. Cucked Magnamalo. How did I use this? Whoa, Granny Vegetable, put some clothes on, jeez. I'm so glad I started the Frontier series, that way my main character in the next video, in the Frontier video, just won't be a senior citizen. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Let's go. Green shotgun. Isn't that so cool? Young timer in Frontier. Yeah. His name is Guy Gelda, and he really likes Legend of Gelda. So much that he dyed his hair blonde. And only speaks in various shouts and screams. When will they make an Elder Dragon Rathalos? La Shenlong is close enough. Crazy tech. Hello, my. Yeah, Rathalos really doesn't have enough variants. We need more. You'd think that the flagship of the series would have more than 38. Crazy car cam. I'm really sad that Rise has apexes that they call apexes that aren't the Gen 4 apexes. Yo, okay, wait. Just finished Dose Village. It was awful. Thank you for motivating me to torture myself. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. I'm glad I could do that to you. I hope you enjoyed it. In the 5 minutes of enjoyment. I hope the 5 minutes of enjoyment that you could glean out of that were somewhat enjoyable. Now solo all of town. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I salute you, Camelius. Do you know that if you kill Azure Rathalos 50 times and Pink Rathian 50 times, a secret monster will appear called Miraborius? I don't know if that's a joke you're trying to make. I don't know what Miraborius is. My buddy Eric told me that. All right, well, I gotta get to work then. All right, we got one more quest. Not that one. One more quest in HR6. And we have officially blitzed our way through a third of all of the Gathering Hall's high rank. That was so hard. Easy, baby. Yeah, Abbey Arugu, Prima Tower 5700, bad at game, believe him, yes. 100%. Agree with everything that he said right there. 100%, very true. Mira Boreas is Japanese. I knew I recognized that name, but I just kind of, I just didn't know, and I didn't want to be like, I didn't want to be like, oh, what is that name? Someone tell me, please. I'd rather play it off cool as like, heh, alright, I'll believe you. Either way, gonna kill myself. It's not the same. Suicide jokes aren't the same without Full Bro here. I really need to get that bastard on the mic as ASAP. Okay, so we take the Toenail of Destiny. Yes, it is kind of weird saying it like that and just having it in the box. But we take the Toenail of Destiny and then we absolutely demolish this old man's butthole. This toenail, this right here, this is Old Timer's signature weapon. So it must be regarded with much respect. Absolutely iconic. Absolutely. Why is the tip brown? Oh, you know. Oh, what? I think I said something about it. You know, what we're gonna take and do with this weapon. With Lao Shanlong. Have a good one, MP Booster Axel. Glad to see you stopping by. God, being sick sucks. I feel so gross and congested. Let's watch this cool cutscene while I'm hacking and wheezing in the background. I think that's better. Okay. Oh, we can skip it. That's nice. God, what a cool game. I like that I'm sitting here and waiting forever. Once you complete all Gemma's side quests, it is revealed she's actually the big natural species of Fatalis. I really love everybody that says, like, the diva from, Wilds is secretly white Fatalis. I think that is very funny. Make some honey lemon tea after streaming as well. It should help with the phlegm and stuff, yeah. Will do. God, being sick sucks. I don't even feel that sick right now. I just feel so congested. Like I'm on the down slope. If this was a roller coaster, I'd be like on the down low, you know? Now I gotta wait 3 whole minutes for this monster to even be visible. This is where I watch the viewership of the stream to slowly decline as it's just Lao Shanlong gameplay. Do the secret technique. Oh, you're so right. The secret technique. Okay, so all you have to do is place a bomb and place another bomb, and then you gotta hide inside it, and then it speeds up time. Wow! That's so useful. Anyways. Why is mine not here? Wait, are Palicos usually exempt from these quests? Boink. 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 I can't wait for the next 30 minutes to be exactly like these last 5 seconds have been. Yo, wait, we've already broken a horde. That's pretty nice. Oh, Shanlong has sausage dog vibes. I love sausage dogs. They're so funny. Funny little guys. My grandpa has a sausage dog. Her name is Casey. She's so weird and funny. Casey loves to like, she'll make like a running start and then ram a piece of like a pillow off of the couch or something. It's so funny. And then she'll stand there looking so not accomplished, just with an unreadable expression. Like, is she proud of herself for bucking this pillow off the couch? Is she... What is this feeling? I don't think humans can understand this feeling. You see? I don't think humans are meant to understand. Sausage dogs are... It's beyond human comprehension. Humans just can't understand. I heard you talking shit and said do it yourself. Damn it, Mai. How could you abandon me in my time of need? Yeah, this tiny... Well, you see, this isn't just any old hammer. This is the toenail of destiny. So right now, every single hit is flooding Lao Shanlong with all the secrets of the universe, and it's really... Sometimes you just can't handle it. Every single time the hammer hits him, he gets flashed an image of his death that is coming very soon. I wonder how fast this guy's gonna die when we get to the... I feel like we're doing a lot of damage. I know this guy's a Gathering Hall monster. The Gathering Hall monsters tend to have more health than not. Oh, am I gonna make it on his back in time? I don't know. Bro, stop stepping like that. Alright, I'll get the carves next bridge section, I guess. for United, it's balanced around 2 players, so no node uploaded. Oh, well, sick. Oh, that's awesome. Well, in that case, we're gonna grill this fucking monster. I feel like my gear at the moment is a little good for Heinrich Lao Shanlong. Why don't we just clear a big portion of the city out and allow him to just... That is a good point. This dude does not attack humans. He's just kind of trying to make his way through. Why not just make like a giant 30-lane highway so that he can haul his stupid slow ass through? That's a great idea. I love how half the Monster Hunter community would like Lao Shanlong back in some form, and the other thing, Skagamazios Phase 3 is annoying. Yeah. That's the duality of Monster Hunter players. Monster Hunter players are... I think they're stupid. I think, as a Monster Hunter player, I think I'm stupid. So I think most Monster Hunter players are stupid. Well, I know I'm stupid, so... I think most Monster Hunter players are stupid anyways. I know I'm stupid. I know you're stupid as well, Abirugu. In fact, I think we all know. Well, what's so rude about it? I'm just agreeing. Boink. Boink. Yeah, exactly, Fenny, exactly. This boss is stupid. Yeah, this boss is. Old school Monster Hunter players and see this and be like, yo, we need Lao Shanlong back. Look at this awesome gameplay. You get to stand under his belly, and you get to mash the top button, and sometimes you hit, and sometimes he slightly nudges you into a wind box, and you gotta stand there and watch as your dumb little hunter rubs the dust out of their eyes. What's not to love? I guess Lao got his winning smile going for him, though. So I guess that counts for, yeah, at least 99% of the reason for him to come back. I don't want to sound like I don't want Lao Shanlong to come back. I'd actually be quite pleased if he came back. I'd be more pleased if Shen Grand came back, though. And that is an even worse fight. A fast Lao Shanlong jetpack. Every single time I see the letters PAK spelled like that, I get like a little jolt of realization. The hardest boss a Monster Hunter will ever face is the almighty employment form. The second hardest is the allegations. I think the third hardest, not reading comprehension, I think it's talking to women, probably. Mochi mama. Am I dead here? I don't really know where to go. Oh. Oh, that's good. What do I do when I am the woman? Well, do you have difficulty speaking to women as a woman? Sweepy tail. That tail right there is the only possible thing. That is the only reason why someone would ever die to this monster. And when you die, it never feels like it's deserved. It feels like you were just a fucking idiot for 5 seconds. I thought that was the sentient boulders. That's in Dose in this game. They, for some reason, I guess the developers thought that maybe it was a little unfair having a boulder phase through the monster to hit you. But I think that that developer is just a little baby. More than anything, I want Yamatsukami and Shengaran to come back. I don't even care if the fight is ass. I want them in a modern game that isn't Stories Part 3. Because I'm not playing Stories Part 3, it's too expensive. Do you think if they got the Yamatsukami's skeleton working in Stories, do you think that maybe there's a chance for him to show up in Wilds DLC? Have a Yamatsukami 2 that's literally titled Yamatsukami 2 like it's a fucking sequel, because everybody loved the first balloon so much. I forget, is Yamatsukami like the good fight or the Freedom Unite fight in Frontier? Yamatsukami relative is a dumb gimmick fight. Well, that's lame. Yamatsukami is actually kind of well designed in Dose. You have the actual siege section when you fight him on the way up. Then you got the good fight at the end that's closer to a normal hunt. I love Dose Yama. I love Dose Yama. That might... Okay, actually, I think Dose Yama is my favorite fight in Dose. That isn't the town siege. That fight is kinda doo-doo caca booty cheeks. Don't like that. But the tower fight, ooh, that's scrumptious. I could eat it, slobber it all up. I love the Yama tower fight in Dose. I'm so happy that they fucking decapped him and gutted him and never brought him back into any other Monster Hunter game ever again. Town is kind of easy kill and fast to farm. Yeah, that's true. But still! Fighting Yamatsukami with a very long frontier. Oh, that's true. That sounds pretty baller. I can't wait to use my gigantic Abiyarugu monster clarifying the monster, not the person. The monster, not the bastard. The giant Abiyarugu greatsword Swiss Army knife on Yamatsukami. That sounds awesome. Worst fight in Wilds. I never really thought about that. I think Hirabami. The one that keeps coming up in my brain is Hirabami. It's like, how is that monster scarier on the ground than it is floating? Beat a tempered guardian Ebony Odogaron to death with a bell. Maybe I will like learning. Hell yeah, you will. Hell yeah, you will. That weapon is awesome. Get me off this ride. Get me off this ride, thank you. I love hunting Horn in Wilds. I have like... I'm hunter rank 250. Wilds, Hunting Horn, and Switch Axe are my mains, and I don't even know all the moves for those weapons. Wilds gave a lot of weapons fun blow-ups and then shot Charge Blade in the head, only to resuscitate it with elemental damage in Title Update 4. I think one of the big things that I miss from World is the elementless skill that you can get that basically carried all the great swords and the Charge Blades in that game. They're leaning heavy into elements and stuff in the Wilds, which I can understand. You haven't even figured out how to do the 0 skill decharge. Yeah, I know. I like to think that every Monster Hunter weapon says a lot about their player. And I like to think that all the Switch Axe mains are just really stupid. And that's the end of that thought. I think every Switch Axe player requires like a minimum intelligence to play, or a low ceiling of intelligence to play. What if you main everything? I never thought about that. I guess technically I like to play. I dabble in every single weapon, but like the one that I always turn to in my heart and soul, the one that always makes the most sense is Switch Axe. It just feels right to me. I think Charge Blade losing the guard point KO ability in Wild is a huge blow down. It did? It did? Are you kidding me? It did? That is insane. That is insane. I didn't realize that. I love Charge Blade. I love playing Charge Blade in Wilds. I didn't even know that. I think guard point is one of the coolest, like, fighting mechanics in any video game ever. I think guard point is so cool. Like, out of all of the game mechanics that exist ever, guard point on Charge Blade is so cool. Hunting Horn mains are the only ones that care that you can use 2 weapons. As a Hunting Horn main, I keep saying I'm this main and then I'm this main. My two most used weapons are Hunting Horn and Swag Axe. And, yeah, even if I'm not playing Hunting Horn, I do switch between weapons quite often. I just think it's so cool that you can carry out two weapons. I think old Monster Hunter would have been cool, would have been really cool if, like, say in this quest, I could do, like, the starting phases with hammer, and then when he gets here I could switch to great sword. I think that'd be cool. And it's not like the modern, you can do every weapon, you just gotta pop into your campsite and every single weapon you have, it's like, you have to choose the two that you think you're gonna need. Tonfuzz has guard point? Whoa. Hoo-ha? Wait, does she also do the hoo-ha with this? The overhead? Hoo-ha! That's so huge. I wish Switch Axe had a guard point. That'd be so cool. Instead of the counter. God, now I'm just thinking, like, what if you could do, like, if Switch Axe had a guard point, like, Switch Axe guard point into the full release, whatchamacallit, the full stupid slash. Burst counter. I mean, I'm not thinking of, like, counters, because I know wilds, unless it's different from the wilds counter that sword mode had. I just think, like, the quick little, you time to this right, and you get, like, a tiny little point of damage, and you can do the super amped discharge right out of it. I think that's what I like, why I like guard point specifically so much. I don't need my weapon to steal from Lance's playstyle. That weapon keeps getting robbed. that weapon is having enough of a rough go of it. Wait, why did I jump back down? I still have ammo. I think Lance is fun in Wilds. It just doesn't feel like it does anything well that other weapons... I mean, I guess guarding is fun in Lance, but... I don't know. Lance just continually does not feel like it has the sauce. It's kind of like Hunting Horn in that way, where it's just kind of in this awkward void. Okay, I've said this, I don't know if this is like, other people would agree with this, but I think Lance and Clutch Claw from World went so well together. So like, if we want Lance to have its own thing, because now that every other weapon has a fucking counter, I think it would be so cool if Lance got like some kind of Clutch Claw thing. and then it like got something special out of the counter. Like maybe it, I don't know, runs a monster into a wall and like makes it fall over like the Clutch Claw did, or something. Alright, Hammer and Lance. Clutch Claw was ass overall, but Hammer and Lance were actually really fun. Like it, for those two weapons specifically, it felt like the devs were having fun with implementing the Clutch Claw, and it wasn't just an afterthought. Maybe it should get a counter that does stun. I'm just thinking it doesn't need a counter because, like, counter gameplay is kind of all that it's been doing forever. Like, Lance was the first thing to do counters before other weapons started getting it. I feel like Lance needs something more dramatic. Because I'm pretty sure Hunting Horn has been dethroned as the least used weapon in Monster Hunter by Lance. So genuinely, I think Clutch Claw, specifically returning on Lance. I'm not saying Clutch Claw should return, hell no. But specifically on Lance, if it could like do something like that, maybe it could like get a guaranteed wound. That would be pretty cool. Lance is the lowest used since Rise, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. How is this guy not dead? Am I gonna... Oh, 4 integrity, 90%. Oh, he's so... Oh, well, there we go. Well, yeah, Lao Shenlong. What do you think about my genius plan to give Lance the Clutch Claw specifically? Good idea, right? Okay. He heard it and he died. I'm sorry. Oh, I'll stop talking. Ah, well, I suppose that is the last, what? 3 hours. Okay, I'll probably go after this. No, don't take out your weapon! That's precious time lost where you could be carving Lao Shan. I guess his head is in the wall, so I won't be getting those cards anyways. Well then, that was pretty cool. Well guys, what do you think about my idea to Clutch Claw the Lance specifically? You got your basic tools? What do you mean basic tools? What does that mean? A morph... Ooh, that's an idea. I'm a Clutch Claw, shut up. Never mind, I take it back. We don't need to discuss this. Yeah, there aren't a lot of morphing weapons. There's only Switch Axe and Charge Blades, so that'd be an interesting idea. Alright. Hello, madam. You're not Lady Dragon. Hello there. You repelled Lao Shanlong. Moreover, it wasn't even a normal variety Lao Shanlong. You've truly become quite powerful, haven't you? I suppose our reward is in order. Not to mention you are now able to initiate level 7 quests. They're very difficult, so do your best. Alright. You're not Lady Dragon. You only share her character model. Oh boy, 26. 2 Blagos, 1 Blago, Kezu, Red Kezu, Gipperoses. Well, this is gonna be fun. Just Plesiothas, Rethian, Complementary Velocidrome, Plezioth, Green Plezioth, Iagrome, Shogun, Purple Gipperos, Rathalos, 2 Shogun, Bazarios. Oh, 20 Remobras. Multiple Blangongas, King Shakalaka. Well, that's gonna be fun. This one, maybe. Maybe. Blue Yan, Kaku, Daimyo, Red Kezu. Okay. So we got more quests available for us. I feel like the soul of Lance can't be lost in its glow up. That's the main issue. Yeah. Lance able to extend into a pike that's two-handed. Gun Lance kind of made Lance obsolete. It's really weird in a game about hunting. We don't have a hunting spear. Gun Lance in Wilds feels really good. So the fact that full burst is always the best option, which makes shelling types useless. And every single time I run Gun Lance, I always die because I just want to spam the full bursty thing. Ah, well, anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. We managed to knock down all of HR6, which I think is pretty cool. I hope that G rank only has three ranks like that. That'd be nice. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this this stream here. I'll probably get back to streaming now that I'm not as sick. Hope you enjoyed the hunter rank grinding, and I will see you tomorrow or the next day for whatever I stream. Take care.